So after closing millions and millions of dollars in this sales space, I myself have went through phases. Phases of saying, "Oh, pre-handling doesn't work. Only get good at objection handling," and then phases of like, "Oh, this works." Or like, "I need to learn this," or "I need to learn this." And I think at this point, even though I'm not a full-time closer anymore, I believe I'm the sharpest I've ever been, and I compiled everything that I've learned from other people, but also over my own experience over the past 4 years into this one framework. And this is the discovery portion of my call that has been responsible for me collecting millions and millions of dollars and our students collecting millions and millions of dollars and our teams hitting multiple six figures in a month. You guys are going to see the in-depth training. This is some of the training that I do inside of our coaching program as well. So if you really, really like trainings like these, you can click the link below to apply and see if you're a good fit. But either way, I'll show you guys a framework that has collected millions and millions of dollars in this high ticket sales space. Make it super easy for you to understand. Hopefully, you can start implementing this on your calls today, so you can start making money in the sales space. See you soon. Comes to discovery. So we will start with the old dandy framework that I've been kind of preaching for the last bit at this point. So very simple stuff, and obviously there's some new people too, so I'll kind of go through it slow. But for the people that have been here for a while, I don't want to go too slow. But obviously, we'll start off with introduction and opener. So super easy stuff, like where you calling from, how long you've been following the business owner, whatever, and get into framing the call. Why it says optional here is because if you're selling like B2B, like let's say you're selling your own services, like whenever I'm like selling like sales management, I'm on a call with someone like that. Like I don't frame the call. Even B2C sometimes, like if someone just hops in there, like, bro, this is what I want. I'll just get into the call. The only thing I'll really make sure is that they have the time for it. So framing is somewhat optional. I wouldn't say it's 100% necessary, 100% not necessarily, but for most people, I would frame if you can kind of know how to navigate without doing it, that should be fine. Okay. So then you get into more discovery, which is what we're going to be focusing on. So the first question is usually something along the lines of like, in terms of XYZ business model, what specific outcome you hope to get out of something like this. I'm just going to start calling on some people so we can make this interactive. Kavi, why would you start off a conversation with this type of question?
What are you hoping to get out of something like this? So
Yeah.
I guess you can kind of get to their pain point quicker. So like if they say they want to be able to make more money, you can figure out like what's coming up for them that actually like makes them want to do that.
Is making more money a pain point?
Not necessarily, but I guess it helps you like dig into the actual pain point.
Yeah, if you find it, yeah. The answer I was necessarily looking for is you just get something tangible, right? It's like, let's say Colin comes on, they're like, "Do I need some more help so I can leave my job?" Or like, "Oh yeah, I want to make more money so I can leave my job," or whatever. Like it's a lot more tangible than as in like, "Yeah, so what brought you to the call today?" They could be like, "Oh my God, yeah, my wife showed me your podcast during dinner, and I love my wife, and I love training as well, and this and that and this and that." Like it kind of funnels it to a more tangible answer, so you don't start off the call with a super run on and broad answer. So usually the only three things you can usually get is like, "Hey, I want to leave more. I want to leave my job. I want to make more money. Yeah, I need some extra help." Anything around that is sufficient enough. Okay. Then you'll go into it's kind of situational. Like let's say someone goes, "Oh, I want to leave my job." Oh shit. Wait, what do you do? Oh, dude, I'm engineering. Cool. Why do you want to leave your job? Cool. So I don't even need to ask this because they already answer this. So that's when listening and knowing your framework actually comes into play, right? It's not even knowing the framework, it's just listening, right? Because if someone tells you they want to leave a job that they went to school for 12 years for and they worked 12 hours a day for the past 6 years, it's a pretty alarming thing to be heard. So you just want to dig into that, right? So let's say they say, "Oh yeah, I want to make more money." Cool. A lot of people, maybe I'll ask Aaron this. Which one's a easier answer to give to one? I want to make more money. I want to leave my job. Like, what do prospects usually say more?
It's usually make more money from
Okay.
what I
Why
hear
do you think that is?
because they're not getting paid enough at their current job and they're capped out.
Yes, but also the fact that make more money is a lot easier answer to give you because people don't like opening up, right? Like if you were like um if you just ask someone, "Oh, how's your day?" "I need a divorce." They're like, "Whoa, like what is going on here?" Right? Like nobody usually like brings up huge things off the bat. So they might lead with make more money first, and then obviously to ask the right questions to figure out the actual logistics and the real answer, right? But make more money is just the easier answer because it's a less frictional question. It's like, oh well, everyone wants to make more money. I want to make more money, right? But oh yeah, I want to get out of the job, the thing that I've been doing for the past 15 years, and I hate my life. Like that's a make more money is a lot easier answer for them subconsciously to give, right? So that's why you're mostly gonna get it. But this is why this question is so important, right? Like, okay, I want to make more money. Okay, cool. What do you do to make money now? Are you working or are you like what are you doing? Yeah, I work. Okay, what do you do for work? I am an engineer. Okay. Then we get into this because obviously they didn't tell us they want to leave their job. They actually told us they want to make this a side hustle first, but usually that's not what it is. They usually do want to end up leaving their job. So that's why I would ask questions like this. Okay, cool. And I know you say you want to make more money, like longer term, like what's the goal with like trading? Is it to like get out of engineering and do something like this full time? Or is it just kind of like make this like a side thing full time? No, no, no. I mean, like, and then they might give you an answer like, well, just to start off, like I want to make cash on the side, and then we'll kind of see how it goes from then, right? Because some people have a little uncertainty of like how far this opportunity is actually going to take them, right? Um, Most people don't come on to calls, especially like cold traffic calls, like, yes, I believe trading is going to make me 15K a month, in this amount of time, and my life's gonna be perfect, right? Like nobody thinks like that. That's the reason why they haven't started, right? So they're usually going to give you this wishy-washy language of like, well, I mean, if you're asking my goal, like, yeah, the goal, like, eventually is to get out, right? Um, so you want to focus on the overarching answer and actually listen to not what they're saying, but what they actually mean, right? So if someone tells you, yeah, yeah, like, for now, I just want to make some extra cash, and then we'll see kind of goes from there. Okay, but like, where do you want it to go though? Well, I wanted to be able to replace my job. Ah, okay. So you do want to leave your job. Cool. I'm just making things tangible in my own head so I can fully understand the context of the situation. Okay. So is anyone lost so far? Is everyone understanding this? Okay. Hopefully nobody's lost. Maybe besides beginners. But anyway. Okay, cool. So like let's say they say, yeah, 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 you're right. Like eventually I do want to get out. Cool. Immediately into a different type of tone, we have to understand the severity of this. This is the thing that allows them to pay their daughters' bills, their car payments, their food on the table. Like leaving your job isn't just a little thing. Like most people like that's like their world ending. Like have you ever seen like I mean, you guys have probably dealt with it, right? Like you lose your job and you feel like your world's ending, right? So the same way as you leaving your job, that also is such a like a big like thing that people like that's what you're doing for most of your day. The thing that you're doing for most of your day is just going to be totally different. Like it's a scary jump, right? So you want to change the tone a little bit, right? Because when you talk about something concerning, you want to sound concerning, right? Oh, okay. What's kind of the biggest thing that makes you want to get out of the 9 to 5? Cool, because I am concerned, or this is going to be a concerning thing, so I'm going to ask it in a concerning way. Oh yeah, what do you want to do? Why do you want to leave your job? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't align, right? So once you get that, it's going to be something along the lines of, yeah, I'm, oh my God, long hours, not enough time at home, not making enough money. You can dig more into that. Okay, wait, when you say long hours, what do you mean? Well, dude, I'm working, it's a 2 hour commute, working 10 hours. I'm not even getting paid overtime. And the fact that you're working so hard and like, what type of work is this again? Engineer. Okay, so you're like just sitting at your computer for that long. Okay. What you working those hours, like, what is that kind of affecting on a day to day as well? I mean, doing time at home, not gonna spend time enough with my kids. Oh shit! And as a mom, I'm sure that isn't the best thing, right? Yeah. Okay. Remind me how long has this been going on for? Cool. Stay in the concerning tone, right? This is a concerning conversation. Do not be like, oh shit, how long has this been going on for? Like that doesn't align, right? Stay in the pocket, stay in the concerning tone, and you're going to have a concerning conversation because this is a concerning conversation. They're talking about providing for their kids and showing up for their family, which they're not able to. Concerning, right? So we get into this. Okay, cool. And how long have we felt X, Y, and Z way? Let me call in someone. Ryan, why would I ask this question?
This is where you start building the gap.
Yeah, but like why is it important to have a time gap?
Because then we can ask like what they tried in that time gap.
Well, yes, but not. I don't mean like oh because we can ask this. Like it's important to have a time gap because like if someone just told me I'm tired, okay, it's like just like today you're just tired, yeah, okay, you probably don't have any like underlying health issues or anything like that. But if I'm like oh yeah, oh, dude, I've been tired. How long you been tired for, bro? I've been feeling this way for 8 years. You need to check like your blood test. You gotta get a blood test. You gotta check your test levels. Like something's wrong, right? So time gap shows me like the severity of this stuff, right? Shows me like, oh shit, like this is a big thing, right? So if like imagine if someone came to you and they're like, yeah, I'm just not able to spend enough time with my kids, da 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 da. Well, how long you been working for? 2 weeks. Oh, you'll get over it, bro. Like, oh, this is yeah. Of course, like if your life just totally changes after 2 weeks, like yeah, you're going to be feeling annoyed about it. But if they're like, yeah, dude, like this has been going on for 8 years. Oh, oh shit. Okay. And then you can even ask little questions here. It's not again, it's not totally a part of the framework. You can even ask little questions like this. And like, oh shit, 8 years. Why have we let this come? Why have we let it come to this? Or why have we let this happen? And then you might even get this answer by asking this question, right? So if you ask, why would we let it come to this? And they're like, well, I just don't know where to start. Cool. I literally just got this question out of the way without even asking it, right? Because that already tells me they haven't tried anything, right? So it's not 100% negotiable or 100% necessary, right? But it definitely helps, right? Then this is where we start getting to pre-handling and all this other stuff. Okay, so why is this the start of our pre-handling? Can someone tell me that? Why is this question it?
It exposes the limiting. Oh, my fault.
You can answer.
It exposes the limiting beliefs.
Okay, but why? Simon, has your hand been up the whole time? Oops.
Yeah, I have a
Oh, sorry.
question.
I don't know. I couldn't. It was a dark hand. I couldn't see it. Anyway, go ahead.
I'll get my Wi-Fi go back to Discovery, but I'm having troubles with people. Now you're talking with Discovery. I'm having troubles with people. They say like because I'm selling TikTok shop now, so they say like they want to TikTok shop because they have free time and they want to make money in that free time. That's what I'm having troubles with. I don't get any pain point from there.
Okay. What type of like people are they? Like they're working 9 to 5.
Yeah, they were 95.
Okay, so like you just need to get totally clear on that. Okay, and it's great that you have free time. A lot of people do start in their free time, but like, what is the goal with it? Is it like to leave your job once you're making more, like making the money to leave
They
it?
you say make money on the side.
Okay, cool. What and how much you making now?
What was the last time? 4K. 4K.
4K a month. Okay. And what's kind of happening that's making you feel like 4K a month isn't enough for you?
Well, I mean, I could make more with my free time. That's what I want.
Of course, right? Like, because more money means like you have to learn a new skill, you have to do this. Like, what's happening that makes you feel like you need to make some more money on the side? Is it just like low amount of money after all bills, like after all expenses? Like, oh, what's kind of coming up that makes you feel like you need to make some more money? Because at the same time, it's more time that you're putting aside.
Well, of course, I want to retire sooner.
Mhm.
I want to
How old are you?
retire sooner. 37.
Okay. With your current monthly income, like how soon do you think you can retire?
65.
Oh shit. We got another 30 years, right? Okay. Why is retiring sooner important for you? Because like, dude, I'll talk about it, like for me, like my grandparents, like they still like to work, right? Just because they get so bored, like if they're just sitting around all day, like why is retiring sooner important for you? I guess.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah. So like we found it, right? So you should keep digging, bro, until it makes sense, right? But the number one thing is you need to know when it makes sense, right? Because if you're just like asking questions, but you don't know what you're looking for, that's when people get combative, right? But can someone answer this for me? What's up, Brian? Or sorry, both you guys went at the same time. Ryan, you can say it though.
Oh, I was just gonna say like what stopped them in the past is gonna stop them today.
Exactly, right? The same reason why someone didn't buy last year is the same reason why they're not going to buy today, right? So this is where the limiting beliefs, the mental blocks, whatever you want to call it, they all come out. Okay. So there's a few different ways to handle this, right? I really like the simple approach. I call it just asking the most obvious question, right? So if someone comes to me, I'm like, okay, so what have you tried in the past 3 years so you can't leave your job so you're not as stressed as you are today? Oh, I haven't done anything. Okay. When someone tells you they haven't done anything, what is the most obvious question that a 4-year-old could even ask? Oh, shoot, why didn't you try anything? Right? Oh, I just didn't know where to start. Most people would stop here. They'd be like, oh, yeah, that guy didn't know where to start. That's fine. Like, I'm just going to take it, service value. No. Like, is that the standard that you want to hold people to? Yep, I've been wanting big dreams for 18 years, and every time I just don't know where to start, so I just give up. Like, are you a good coach for holding people accountable like that? Not at all, right? So you need to dig a little deeper. Okay, and I get that. I hear that a lot, but like, it's like if I didn't know how to tie my shoes, I wouldn't just give up, right? I would go across the street. Hey, can you show me how to tie my shoes, right? So like, usually when you're lost, you usually get help from people that know what they're doing, right? So have you looked for any help in the past 3 years so you can't leave that job like you're wanting to? I haven't looked for any help. Again, you can throw a little joke in there, because you don't want to just sound like a robot, right? But like, again, I'm just asking the most obvious question here. Is there any reason why we haven't got any help? And then this is like the easy answer. Like, it would be amazing if they always just gave you that. Most of the time, they're going to give you like, I don't know, right? Again, is that the standard you want to set or allow them to have if they never try anything? Yeah, I know I've needed help for so long, but I don't know why I'm not doing anything about it. Great, you don't care, do you? Right? That's what it tells me, right? So I don't think they don't care. I think there's an actual reason behind this, right? What do you usually do if someone says, "I don't know," here? What is the most what is something that you can do to get them to know or get them to at least come to a conclusion? Anyone?
Maybe start feeding them ideas, or yeah, say if you had to think about it.
Yeah. So feeding them ideas, right? You could say, "Yeah, let's think about it," or we could be like, "Okay," and it's usually not like that you just don't know why. Because like, would you say like you mentioned before, you needed help and you've wanted these goals for a long time? It's not because you just don't know why you haven't done anything. I'm sure there's a reason why you haven't done anything, right? And if you say let's think about it, like, oh, I just can't come to one. Okay, well, usually what it is for most people, it's like I just don't know if this is gonna work out for me, and I don't want to use the limited time that I do have towards something I'm not sure if it's gonna work, or it's like these online programs are a little bit sketchy. It's usually something along the lines of that. Like, do any of those kind of resonate with you? I mean, yeah, like I see all these people like flexing their Lambos, and this and that. Okay, so it's skepticism, right? AKA fear. Let's stop, right? So as soon as we get that, sometimes it's easy and they'll just tell it and they'll be like, oh yeah, I shouldn't want to put my money into something that didn't work. There's a few different answers you get here. You would get like time, money, skepticism, uncertainty. I thought I could do it myself, stuff like that. We can go over how to handle different things. Yeah, like I wouldn't ask it exactly like that, Tony, but like I would ask and be like, okay, cool. And think about the version of yourself that you wanted to be. Like you mentioned before, you want to make 20, 30K a month. You want to show up for your family. Does he take I don't know as an answer? Oh yeah, I don't know why I'm not there. No, okay. So that's not the standard you want to hold yourself to. So I'm not going to hold you to that standard. Really though, like why haven't we done anything about this? If they're sitting there like stuttering and you're just trying to like come on, tell me, like it's not gonna like help anyone, but like realistically, it's not a good answer. It's just not, right? But as soon as we feed them stuff and we actually come to a conclusion on why they haven't done it, now we've gotten the mental block, right? For the one I just said, it's like uncertainty, skepticism, right? So we don't just end it and be like, oh yeah, that's what it is, cool. On to the next thing, right? Like we actually have to quote unquote pre-handle it, right? So we kind of resonate with them a little bit, not resonate, empathize with them for a little bit. Dude, I get it. I hear it all the time. I was a little bit like that too, right? Where it's just that little voice in your head, like, I don't know, why is everyone flexing their Lambos? Like, why are they always selling course? Like, da 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 da. Yeah, okay. But now you're aware of it, right? But now you have two paths. Path one is you keep giving into it, and you keep letting that fear dictate your reality. And if we keep letting that happen, where does that leave you? Same spot, same money, same this, and which means what? Not providing for my family the way I want to. Okay, but what if we push past that though, and we actually get the right help? Where do you think it'd be then? Oh, dude, so much farther, closer to my goals. Okay, so what do you feel like you need to do to get to where you need to be? Keep giving into the little whisper in the back of your head, or finally push past it so you can get to where you need to be? I need to push past it. Okay, so why today, after 3 years, do you want to finally let go of that uncertainty and do the work necessary needed to, or do the work so you know you can get to, or why do you want to finally let go of that uncertainty you've been holding on to and finally get to where you need to be for you and your family? Something along the lines of that. So, boom, you get the mental block, limit belief, whatever you want to call it, right? You get it, and then you empathize with it a little bit. Then you give them two paths. It's either it's this or this. Which one's going to set you up for the best reality for yourself? And then, okay, cool. Why do you want to finally get over it then? Is everyone clear on that? Does anyone have any questions on it? I know it's a little confusing, but I think I've made it very, very simple with the time.
When you consequence someone on the where do you gauge you on what if you don't try anything, and how would that feel? How would you ask again that question in the consequence question after future pacing?
Yeah. So I wouldn't even call this, I don't want to get you guys confused and be like, oh, this is a consequence. It's just like a mini consequence. It's just like a consequence question, right? Like the real consequence comes in like cost of an action, right? So I'll show you like that in a second, but it's a little bit more, you'll see it. So,
Right.
but it's usually, I'll explain in a second. I don't think you're going anywhere. Anyway, but does anyone have any questions on that? Because it's important we know this stuff, right? Because even John, like the last call review we did, the same objection that you got, I think it was like skepticism or whatever, was the same thing you got in minute 8. But I feel like we just like got it, but we didn't do anything with it. Like it's just important as it is getting to it. We also have to like actually do something with it, right? What's up, John?
So sometimes this happens where not, and I know it's like 100% like how I say it, but it like stumps me a little bit when I ask them that like what happens if we don't do anything about it, and they're like, no, but now like it's not gonna happen. Like now I'm actually like focused and I don't have distractions, so like I'm actually gonna do this.
And I hear that all the time, and I'm glad you're feeling that way. But like, we have to be truthful with our second, right? Like, what if we let it happen again? Because we've let it happen to us. What I'm asking is like, what if we let it happen again?
Hmm.
I know you said you're not going to, right? But I wish that was the reality of it.
Okay.
And then just stay in the pocket. You can do some little reframe and be like, well, all entrepreneurs know where they want to be, but the cost of their inaction. So but most of the time, like they just be like, shut up. So like just be like, yeah, I get it, right? I would say that too, right? But I'm gonna hold you accountable. You've let it happen. I'm asking, what if you let it happen again?
Hmm. That
Yeah. What's up, Aaron?
When you do like reframes and stuff, like the fancy stuff sounds cool, but in your mind, is it just like more effective to kind of like dumb it down?
Dude, it's so more effective. Like you gotta remember like the people that you're speaking to, right? Like who's on my I'll take Ryan. Ryan, you remember that call we were watching for Noah today? You think any fancy stuff would have worked on that?
No.
Dude, I lost brain cells after watching it for 6 minutes. Like you can't do some fancy stuff. Like maybe for your Bob Thompsons of the world that come on and they're like sophisticated people and like they can speak like and you just understand it, right? But like it's like if you get them to think too much, like no, let me use that word. Let me do that correctly. You just gotta remember like the IQ of most people, bro. That's what yeah. Like and honestly, you gotta remember the most IQ of most sales reps too, right? So if you're trying to do something you don't fully understand and you don't know why you're doing it, and now everyone's confused, now it's just a battle of fucking confusion, right?
No, that makes sense. And do you see this a lot where like, no disrespect.
By the way,
No
let's go on
disrespect
YouTube,
to,
so
like,
watch your words.
no disrespect to any other like sales trainers, but like when they come up with this fancy shit and like people start trying to implement that, it like confuses them and then they get lost and they lose the pocket.
Yeah. Like I mean, this is what I've been like preaching for the few past months now. Is like it sounds cool, it sounds like hip, and it's like whoa, new reframe. Do you know how hard it is to come up with a new reframe?
Kishan's brain.
Who knows if that's good or not? But like it's not tough, right? And they're all just being recycled, right? And that's the issue. And like they're like doing it because it sounds cool. Like it's like a fad, right? What's gonna happen is that everyone's gonna like it for a little bit and then realize what actually works is the less fancy and the more easy to understand stuff, and it's gonna go back to that. So I think it's not BS, but um it's just I just don't believe it works to the extent that everyone says it works. So that's my opinion on it. But yeah. Does anyone else have any questions real quick? Okay. Let's keep pushing. So the there you go. And what are politicians? One of the best speakers in the freaking world, right? Because they say a bunch of bullshit. It sounds cool. Or actually, I kind of contradicted myself there a little bit. Anyway, but they are third graders. There you go. But the whole point of finding the mental block, not mental block, is to insert it inside of the desired outcome, emotions, or future pace, and the cost of an action, right? Because let me ask you this: if you talk about something for 2 minutes, or you talk about something for 10 minutes, which one is going to be remembered more? What do you guys think?
10 minutes.
Thanks, Aaron. Okay, 10 minutes, right? It's just as long as you're not talking about a bunch of hoopla and a bunch of bullshit, like the 10-minute rant will be remembered more than the 2-minute rant. It will, okay, or like the 30 seconds because this is really all 30 seconds, right? So what you want to do is you want to insert that mental block into the desired outcome, okay? But like we talked about before, what if we finally push through that skepticism? So label it, like don't just be like, oh, push through fear, like make it specific, right? If they say skepticism or they say, I thought I could do it on my own. What if we keep telling ourselves that we can do it on our own? Or sorry, what if we finally get over our pride and we finally get the right help and then kind of go into it from that? But like for the one that we talked about before, well, skepticism, right? It'll be like we talked about before. What if we finally push through that skepticism and we finally tap into our future self? We're able to make the money we want to. We're able to live the life that we want to. I guess if we get to that point, I guess what kind of changes for you at that point? I shouldn't have said that point twice. Anyway, what changes for you at that point? Right? What are you going to get first, Ryan? You should know this.
What do you like their life situation? Like,
No,
I'm
when
gonna
you
be able
ask
to
this
do
question, what are you going to get first, and then what do you need to actually get at the end?
like, oh, I'm gonna be able to do this, that,
You're going to get
feel
things.
things, feelings, and then how they operate.
Yeah, exactly. So you're gonna get things first. So anytime you ask someone like, oh, how's your life gonna be different? They're gonna be like, oh, well, I can travel, I can do this, I can do that. Those aren't your feelings. Those are things. Okay. But why does anyone drink milkshakes? By the way, you guys shouldn't be drinking milkshakes, but why do people drink milkshakes in the first place?
Because it makes them feel good.
There you go. Right. Feels good. Why does anyone go do drugs? Because it makes them feel good, right? Don't do drugs, but it makes people feel good, right? So Like if someone said like let's say we're selling something very fucked up, and we're like, oh, what are the drinks? Oh, I'd feel I could be able to take drugs. Okay, how you gonna feel when you take drugs? Oh, I feel liberated. Okay, whatever, right? But things and then feelings, right? So they're gonna be like, oh, I can take my kids more on vacation. I can go. I can do this. I can do that. And then you can do a little bit of like a positive negative situation, right? So like let's say they say, oh, I can take my kids out. I'm gonna be able to go to the gym more often. I'm gonna be like, oh shit. And with like the current job, are we not able to do that right now? Well, yeah, like I'm 10-hour commute, this, that. Oh, shit. And remind me again, how long has that been going on for? That you feel like you haven't been as free as you want to. So you're constantly like putting these little labels on what they're saying too, right? Because which one sounds worse? Even though we're not trying to manipulate people, which one sounds worse? Oh yeah, I'm not able to go to the gym when I want to. I'm not able to be at home as I want to, or my freedom's gone. Which one sounds worse? Which one would scare more people? Oh, I can't go to the gym when I want to. Your freedom's gone. Come on, you guys can speak.
Your freedom's gone.
There you go. Right? People don't like. I thought we were the land of the free, right? Nobody would love to hear you say that your freedom's gone. Not telling you need to manipulate people, but we all just have to put onto it. We all just have to understand human psychology, right? I can say two the same things, but one of them is going to hit harder, right? So like let's say someone's, oh, I'm not able to do this. I'll be able to do this. Are you able to do that today? No, okay. And oh, okay, so it sounds like your freedom's gone, right? Like you're not able to do things the way you want to. Yeah. Again, how long has it been going on for? Oh, dude, this has been going on for like 3 years, like I mentioned before. Oh shit. And to be able to do that for your kids, where you're able to provide for them, even your wife too. You said you want to retire her, but more importantly, doing exactly what you told yourself you were going to do years ago. How do you think it's going to feel once you get to that point, especially after everything you've been going on with, or sorry, especially after everything you've been through? Like you mentioned before, they've been going on for like 3 years. Oh, dude, it's gonna feel amazing, right? I don't know what amazing feels like, or I don't know what amazing is. It could be talking about Spider-Man, right? So I'm gonna dig into that. Amazing Spider-Man? No, what do you mean by amazing? Oh, dude, I'm gonna feel like I made it. Well, there you go, right? Then you have another opportunity there to go like the whole positive negative thing again. And do we feel amazing today? No. Okay. Because we're not doing the things we need to, right? Then you just go into once you get the feelings, right? And you feel like, okay, like they're actually feeling the feelings, right? Then you would go into identity. Okay. So it would look something along the lines of this too. And one thing I'll say too is like a lot of you have really awkward um transitions, right? It would just be like, how's it gonna make you feel? And how do you think you operate still? Like you can like transition a little bit more smoothly, right? You could be like, there you go, bro. And dude, because that's the thing you've been wanting for a very, very long time too. And like one thing I really, really like to get to people to like kind of do this exercise with is like, how do you think that version of you operates differently? The version of Simon making the money that he wants to, living life he wants to. How do you feel like he operates differently? Like what type of like characteristics and like I guess kind of like traits do you feel like he has? Does that sound scripted? No, right? I'm just using these transitions to make it not sound scripted, but at the same time too, just sounds like me more, right? And then they're gonna start naming a few things. They're gonna be like, oh, he's courageous, he's disciplined. And then what do you want to do, being a little sneaky guy that you are? You want to throw in pushes through fear, right? The same thing that we got here, we want to throw into here, okay? Probably pushes through fear, right? So like, let's say someone goes, here, how about someone role play with me? I'm just gonna say the first one I see. John, let's go. Start naming some shit.
Like disciplined, consistent, dedicated.
Oh, those are some big ones. Um, any else?
Probably like less distractions and more focused.
Yeah. I was thinking one too, like maybe like he probably pushes through fear too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why does he push through fear?
Because if you don't, like we said, we won't get it anywhere.
Right. And I'm glad you're aware of that now, right? And again, how you solve a problem, right? You gotta be aware of it first, then you gotta find a solution, then you gotta do a solution, right? But unfortunately, and then you move into custom actions. But unfortunately, we can't just snap our fingers and be like, all right, I'm John 2.0, right? It's gonna take a lot of work. But the thing is, though, what if we never get past that fear, and we never become the man that's able to do X, Y, or able to show for his family, become and be free, and we let fear dictate us again. I guess if we let that happen again, where does that kind of leave us? Right? Then you might get stuff like, I'm not gonna let that happen. Again, history repeats itself. Right? I'm here because I don't want that to happen. That's literally why we're here, right? But it's always best to be truthful with us, right? Can we be truthful to ourselves that we let it happen? Yes. So all I'm asking is like, what if we let it happen again? Because it's important we remember this shit. Who's gonna tell me it's not important? No one, right? So you can just use your words in a compelling way, let them know that it's important, right? So, if they say something along the lines of like, "Oh, dude, I'd be in the same spot." Sometimes you can challenge that and be like, "What would it be though?" Like if you're stressed today, and you let that stress stay on your shoulders for another 3 years, so the same stress? No, it's a lot more. Okay, so actually, though, where'd you be? Oh, dude, I'd be burnt out. I would be annoyed. Burnt out. Why would you be burnt out? Bro, because I'm already annoyed with it today. Like I feel like I just probably couldn't keep pushing. I feel like you want to keep pushing. Why do you say that? Well, bro, I'd just be disgusted and annoyed. Shit. All just because we let this little thing called fear get in the way. And again, remember the guy we were just talking about a minute ago. The one that was what was he again? He was confident, he was disciplined. What were the other ones? He pushed through fear, right? Does he let this happen again? No. Why doesn't he let this happen again? Because he needs to get to where he needs to be. Okay. So are you ready to do the work necessary so you can become that man that you're wanting? I am. Okay. And good. And I'm happy you're saying that, right? The things, will you let us hold you accountable to that? Because I promise you, it won't be easy alone. Yes, you can hold you accountable to that. Then you transition to pitch. I'm happy. I'm happy we've went over all this. Dude, I really think we can help you, but it's literally just going to be that. It's literally just going to be pushing to the fair, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through everything. I'm going to show you how it works, how it's going to get you to where you need to be. And if you're ready to push to that fear, we can do that together, okay? Boom. I've talked about fear for like 15 minutes, right? What's going to happen then when he probably throws me a fear objection, or he doesn't, because I went over it for so long. It's going to be a lot smoother. It can be like, hey, do you remember the thing we've been talking about for like the last hour? Like, it's that again. We can either push through or not. Which one are you doing, right? So when you simplify things like this, it's a lot easier. But does anyone have any questions? If not, what I want to do is I want to run it real quick. I technically have a hard cutoff at 6, but I'll tell them to push back. I'll just run it real quick. I'll be the closer and I'll show you how it's done. Okay. So does anyone have any questions? No? Okay. Who wants to be my prospect?
I can do it.
Okay. Good job, Brian. Anyway, so I'll just open up the call. Do we have access to this framework? Yes, it's in the course.
Cool. Thanks.
Sure. Anyway, but yeah, let's go. So, in terms of trading, in terms of trading, I guess, and getting help with that, I guess, what specific outcome were you looking for? Just to see if I can even help in the first place.
Yeah, bro, I'm definitely trying to make some more money and see where that goes.
Well, there you go. What do you do to make money now?
Right now, I'm a psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist. There you go. Who do you work on specifically? Like dogs or people?
No, mental health, like people that are crazy.
Oh, I'm sure that's a stressful thing.
No,
No, not
just a
stressful.
little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say this guy's a liar. Anyway, okay. Well, I know you said make money and then see where that goes. Like what's like your kind of goal with that? Is it to eventually get out of the psychiatrist job and do something like this full time, or is it strictly just making cash on the side?
If I can make more than I'm making, definitely get out.
Okay. And do you believe that trade? How much do you make now?
With what, trading or my job?
No, with your psychiatrist job.
like 150.
That be per month or per year?
No, it's for a year.
Okay, I was gonna say something. You're a high paid psychiatrist anyway. You should be high paid though. That's just stressful. Anyway, so like 15K a month around there, 15K a month.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you believe there's traders that make over 15K a month?
Yeah.
Okay, so it can't get you out. What's the biggest thing that's like, ah, dude, I could probably assume, but I'm like assuming. What's the biggest thing that's telling you like, ah, dude, I need to kind of find something different?
I just want to live a better life, honestly, not have to work 40 hours a week,
Yeah.
not have to have a boss and stuff like that, be able to go anywhere.
Yeah. Why'd you choose those things, like not having a boss and working 40 hours a week? Because what I assumed the answer was gonna be is like I'm just tired of working with crazy people, but maybe you like that. But like what was the biggest reasons why you kind of said 40 hours a week and not having a boss?
Just because like I obviously see like XYZ's life and obviously all these other traders' life, and
Yeah.
like I want to do that too.
Yeah. Yeah, of course you want to do that too, but like really from the job, what it's just like a lot of stress and just like not enough time for the things you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, and how is that kind of impacting your life? Like, are you like, what are you not able to do that you want to?
I can only take like 2 weeks off like for the whole year.
Oh shit.
Uh,
Like how much in advance do you have to like tell them before you do that? I know these 9 to 5s are fucking strike, bro.
yeah, and it's not too bad with mine. It's about 3 months, but I mean that's still not ideal.
About 3 months. Jesus Christ, that's
Yeah.
that's a whole quarter.
Yeah.
Is that normal with you?
I mean, dude, like since I've been there longer, I can do 3 months, but like people coming in, it's like 6 months.
Oh, brother, dude. You want your freedom back, don't you?
Yeah.
How long we felt that the job hasn't been allowing us to be as free as we want to?
Probably since I started
How long was that?
3 years ago.
Okay, 3 years without the freedom we want. What have we done to get it back? Have we tried any online businesses? Have we done anything to get out? Or
No.
job something? You said no.
I've been new trading.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. How much are you making right now with trading?
Like 2 to 5 grand.
Okay, is it 2 or is it 5 or
It just ranges. Like my low months, it's like 1,500 to 2 grand. It just
is that
ranges.
how much you're making, or is that how much you're making and then losing some of it? Like how much is it like actually profit though?
I mean, I would say I profit like 2 grand a month.
Okay, so there's a real answer. Okay. Okay, so like 2 grand a month. What do you feel like is stopping you from getting to that 15K a month mark so you can't leave your job like you're wanting to?
Probably a coach.
There you go. Why do you say a coach?
Just because I haven't been able to crack it.
Crack it in what sense? Like, is it like your psychology's off? Is it like you exit trades too early? Is it like you just feel like your what's kind of going on that makes you feel like you need a coach?
I mean, I don't know. I could just like take a guess at things, but like obviously that's why I kind of want.
Take a
like,
guess.
obviously- Yeah, because I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
That's why
Well,
I'm kinda-
again, you want this to be your full source of income. Do you want to be taking a guess every morning for your full source of income?
No way.
Okay. How long have you known that like you've been kind of needing help and needing guidance on trading? Like, hold on. How long have you been trading for?
2 years.
2 years. Okay. Do you think you should have been farther after 2 years?
Yeah.
Where do you think you should be?
Not in a job.
Well, there you go. You should be already at your goals, like you mentioned. Um, have you gotten a coach? Have you reached out for any help?
No.
You're saying this very nonchalantly, like you know exactly what you need, but you don't get it. Why is that? Why have we
I
gotten-
mean, like, yeah, I just haven't. Like, I haven't made it a priority to look for a coach.
Okay, why do you feel like we haven't made it a priority? Because I knew I'm sure if you knew 100% like a coach would get you to 15 grand a month, I'm sure you would do it, right? So what do you feel like has kind of stopped you from actually looking for help?
I mean, I just see like I've heard a lot of horror stories about like people going with coaches and stuff like that, fulfillment being bad and
Okay.
stuff like that.
No. Okay. So you're worried about other people's experience other than your own, right? Because what if everyone was great, but you still hadn't done anything? Like, does it matter, right?
Yeah.
But I get it though, right? Like you're like, I don't want to spend money on this and not get the outcome that I'm wanting, right? But how long have we been holding on to that fear for? the whole
I
time.
would say like around the time I've been trained, yes, like a year and a
Yeah.
half.
Yeah. And us holding on to that fear, how has that served us?
It's probably protected me from picking the wrong person.
Okay. But how much have we lost because we haven't had the right skill set? You told me you should be making 15K a month already.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean
you
I've
missed out
lost
on
like
hundreds.
making that. Making that
Okay.
for
So you
sure.
feel like you've lost on hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Is that safe? Let's say a program's like 5-6 grand or whatever. Is saving your 5-6 grand or losing 150 grand? Which one's actually the better route?
Saving. Actually
All
like
right,
investing in myself.
exactly right. But if we keep letting that fear dictate our life and how we trade and how we do things, where is that going to leave us?
In the same spot.
Which means what?
In this job.
Which means what?
Not living the life I want.
Okay. And that's why we're here. So how willing are you to get over that fear, get the right help so you can get to where you need to be?
Definitely want to.
Okay. But how willing are you? Because we wanted 15K a month, but we haven't done anything about it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm
Or
willing
are
to.
you? Okay. Why do you feel like you're willing to do that today, though? After 2 years of kind of feeling this way.
I mean, dude, there's honestly like no like calling or anything. Like obviously like
I don't think God was going to call you and tell you to invest into a trading course, but why has Ryan built up the courage to finally get the help he's needed?
I
Why does he
mean
want to finally let go of the fear so he can finally get the right help?
because I mean I just want to get to my goals faster.
Yeah. But we wanted that 2 years ago, right? So why are we
Yeah.
drawing a line in the sand and doing something about it today?
So I can just start seeing results sooner and be able to get out of my job.
Okay. And those are a little obvious too, but are you ready to do something about it though? Because again, that's the most important part.
Yeah.